Welcome to the Maven Marketing Podcast. Today is Maven Monday. I'm your host, Brandon Welch, and I'm joined by Caleb. Is it really fall, AG?
I think it is.
You were so wrong.
We are bringing in fall.
Nope.
When the day starts in the 60s in Missouri.
It's wishful thinking.
When the leaves start, guess what verb I use for what the leaves are doing right now? Falling off the trees.
No, I haven't seen a leaf yet.
You must not be paying attention. It's happening. This is an argument we're having.
Looking at
Comment
green.
below, fall or summer. What are we in right now? Technically, yes, it's summer. But if you're in the Midwest, I think you can agree that there are some yellow leaves. They are hitting the ground, falling to the ground.
If you will help me keep summer alive, I will send you a gift.
Okay.
Any book on the shelf.
Okay.
All right. Speaking of fall, today we are talking about what's about to happen to you if it hasn't already, and that is that people are going to start showing up suggesting that you better start planning for next year, and you should. And you're going to have this just gut check moment of, wow, well, I guess I better question everything in my marketing or the growth of my business.
Yeah. And
that is a natural thing to do. I'm not even saying you shouldn't. But what tends to happen in those moments is that we get distracted by the media itself. Usually the shiny object. It could be AI. It could be OTT. It could be you're hearing about YouTube advertising. It could be what's Meta doing, and then you kind of start consulting these emotional feelings you have about, oh, I don't think that's working for me, or this or that. And maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Today's episode is about the 3 pillars of a bulletproof marketing plan that never change. And so no matter what you're doing on the media side, we want to take this a little higher level. And if you are a Maven Marketing Podcast listener, this won't be completely new to you. However, good principles are always old principles.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Nothing new under the sun.
Yeah. And I think
seeing?
the foundation of this is that we always want to start with strategy first. And I think that seems so obvious. We think of Simon Sinek, start with why. It seems really obvious to say that out loud. It seems like a duh type of statement. And the problem is when we get into the weeds of doing marketing, it's so easy to jump over. It is, you will catch yourself. If you don't stop yourself, you will find yourself jumping right over strategy and landing on the media. And so in the Maven method, we say strategy first, then message, then media last.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about those 3 pillars of your marketing plan and then how they correlate with the 3 types of customers that you have.
Yes. And within those 3 strategy, message, and media pillars, there are 3 different types of customers. And so what you want to make sure you do is have a strategy for today customers, a message for today customers, and a media plan for today customers. And the same is true for tomorrow and yesterday customers. So it's just like, if you could fill this grid out, we're going to go through it. So what does a strategy for today customers look like? If you would go to page 235 in the Maven Marketer, we have this handy dandy grid that we just kind of guide any and all marketing decisions. And so you are establishing up front that I need to have some sort of answer for people out on the loose today. We say that a strategy that you are able to reasonably expect a today customer to say, yep, I suddenly needed what you do. My washing machine broke. My tire went flat. My air conditioner won't work. Somebody is in the nursing home and I need an attorney. You have to have some sort of answer for how you're going to save them money, save them time, or make it easier for them. We call it price, speed, and hassle.
Yeah. And this customer is the one everybody thinks of first when they think of marketing, especially if you're in a service-based, actually even in retail, you're thinking of the person who wants what you're selling today. And the problem with that person, I'll say problem, is that if they didn't have any preconceived thought of you as a business, you have to
win them over.
You have to win them with
some sort of tangible
price, speed, and hassle. Yeah. And so if we don't earn them, we're going to talk about this in a minute. If we don't earn them before this moment, you have to compromise. You have to, or you have to show how you're different than, let's say,
options on the list.
Every option on the search engine results page, or on the AI results page, or on however, maybe they get out the phone book. I don't really know. But you have to show up differently And
That's
you
right.
have to show them that you are better in those categories.
This can look like free consultations. That's sort of a basic one. This can look like a limited time offer. This can look like package pricing, like you get this XYZ plan for this amount. This can look like just being transparent about your price and saying, hey, I'm going to give you a price before we have to have an appointment together. I'm going to give you a ballpark estimate.
It could be a speed-based thing. You could
Mhm.
guarantee 30 minutes or less, or we'll answer the phone in 15 seconds, or
Have this result by 7 days or less.
we have
Yeah.
24 hours emergency response. That is
Yeah.
speed. If I call you in the middle of the night because I have a problem with whatever, my electricity or
Yeah.
something, and you're going to be the one that comes out, you win.
Yes. And going back to what's the hassle strategy? Like if you're going to answer for hassle, you're going to take away either some cumbersome thing they have to do, some contract they have to sign. You could give them a money back guarantee. You could give them like a long return policy or a generous return policy. You could give them free shipping. That would be price sort of and hassle because I'm not having to, pay extra for that. But think about all the friction points, all of the little, that's not as desirable. Like anything that keeps them from the gratification, remove those steps. And so the big thing to remember here is that you cannot expect to just win today customers if your competitor is cheaper, faster, or just easier to do business with.
Yep.
If all it comes down to is I needed the thing and I didn't know you before and I didn't know your competitor before, I'm going to choose based on one of those major things.
Yep.
That's why today customers, while they're fast and we tend to think, ooh, that's great, I got a return on my marketing investment, they tend to cost us more than we realize. And actually, when we get to the media part of this equation, we're going to see that they cost more to earn at that finish line, usually. So, but for starters, you're going, hey, what's my strategy for today customers? What are our limited time offers? What are the seasonal things we're going to do? What are the ways we're going to promise people we save them time, money, or hassle? And you want to have that. I would actually literally write it down. Like, what is our approach to this?
Yeah.
There's some things you're just going to not go below, maybe because you're a high standard company. That's okay, but just realize that you're going to get disrupted by people who are possibly lower standard.
Yep.
So, the next part next pillar is message. What does our message for today customers sound like? A lot like what we just talked about.
Yeah.
Globally, we're always asking in the message, who are we talking to? And we're picturing this person. We're visualizing them. We know what they're doing at this time. We know what kind of handbag they're carrying. We know what kind of car they probably drive. We're literally imagining a person, giving him or her a name. And we're saying, what are their needs, pains, hopes, and fears? When they have this moment, when they're deciding to be my today customer, what are they going through? And we wire our brains to think, how do I speak to them? How do I be compassionate and empathetic to them right now? So that is needs, pains, hopes, and fears. And then this sounds like a no duh, but a lot of ads miss this. We have to clarify and say out loud the thing we assume they know, but they don't know. It's how do we specifically solve their problem?
That's right.
In this 30-minute consultation, you are going to get this, this, and this, not just get a 30-minute consultation.
Yeah. In this free roofing inspection, you will get a price and our recommendation as to whether you should file this with insurance or not.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it's this package of goods, you will get exactly X, Y, and Z. And so just clarifying that thing. And then also, like, remind them, go back to the which means trick, which we talked about 4 or 5 episodes ago, which means your bills will be lower, which means you will sleep better at night, which means you'll never have to worry about X, Y, or Z again, right?
That's right.
And so it's like, how do we satisfy that void without the pain or fear that they have?
Yep. And
then also seems like a no duh, but so many people forget to give the reasonable next step for action. They just say, go to our website. What in the heck am I supposed to do there?
Call now.
Yeah, call now. And it's like, well, it's 10:30. Why would I call now? Because the ad's playing at 10:30. It's like, give them a reasonable next step. After you're modeling where this person is, like, are they in their car when they're making this decision? Don't ask them to visit our website. Like, probably if you're on the radio, that's probably, maybe they can remember your website. Maybe that's a reasonable next step. But like, pull over and go to the website now? Probably not. But call this number or download this pricing guide or come by our location, something like that. But you have to give them some sort of next thing to do to solve this need, pain, hope, or fear. Last thing, where can we target the most amount of people buying right now? That's the media equation.
Yeah.
So you go, okay, I've got a good price, speed, hassle solution.
Mhm.
I'm messaging it correctly and I'm giving them reasonable next steps. Where do I put that message? Where are the most people buying right now in the category?
Yeah. And I think the most obvious places end up being like Google Ads, some digital medias like Google Ads Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram. There are different people you can be a little bit more intrusive, but this could be in a lot of other venues. It could literally be the people buying right now might be at next to the register. It could be, pop-up banners that show up. It could be at your drive-through. There are so many options as far as the media goes. There's some obvious ones that that you would go to first, but when you get this strategy right and you speak to their need, pain, hope, or fear, and connect that to how your product satisfies, the media really
Takes care of itself.
It takes care of itself.
Yeah.
It's more of a logic play when you're genuinely asking, well, I know exactly who this person is. I've thought a lot about them.
Yep.
I know all the feelings they have. I know what they're going through right now before they call me about what I'm selling. So therefore, I know exactly where they are, and I'm going to put my ads there.
Yes. Great.
Those are usually high targeted, and therefore cost more.
That's what I was going to add. So, people are probably asking, well, why wouldn't I use a today media all the time? Because it's people buying right now. That media tends to be 20 to 100 times more expensive per person you reach. Google CPMs, like cost to reach 1,000 people, are between $500 and $1,500. We're going to talk about in a second. Broadcast, broad, untargeted medias are more like 5 to 15.
Yeah.
So it could be hundreds of times more
100x,
to reach them. And you're like, well, why would I care about reaching the people who aren't buying now? Because these are going to be the ones that become the customers you actually want.
Yes.
So we just talked about strategy, message, and media for today customers. Let's move to tomorrow customers, winning the customer over before they ever need what you sell. The magic of this is the same magic that happens when you have a trusted friend, a family member, someone you believe in. Their word precedes any amount of skepticism or transaction that you need to do with them to prove their value. I already believe in Caleb. If Caleb brought me an idea, I'm listening. I'm probably 90% there. I may fight him just because it's fun, but he loves it when I do that.
I love it.
But you want to become that Caleb. You want to become that trusted friend in their life so that when the tens of thousands of people in your market who will tomorrow or 2 months from now or 6 months from now need what you do, they go, Caleb, or insert your brand name.
Yes.
That is why we do tomorrow marketing. And that's why the tomorrow customer we recommend, as does the largest study ever done on marketing called The Long and Short of It by Les Bennett and Peter Fields, suggests that 60 to 70% of your budget should be in tomorrow marketing. Emotional branding, making people like you, trust you, believe in you long before they need what you do.
This is on the strategy side of things. This is where you end up being able to stay at a high value. When we were talking about, having to compromise on price, speed, or hassle with a today customer, these people don't want you to compromise. They want you to be everything you've always been for them.
Yes.
Because you've built a relationship with them, and they're calling and they're willing to pay full price because they know who you are and they trust you and they want you already. And the strategy, as we say it in the Maven method specifically, is that we would have commitment, quality, and relationships. We'd build commitment, show them that we're here for the long haul. We'll be here. And that is actually what you are doing to yourself when you commit to tomorrow marketing. You're not saying, I'm going out of business tomorrow, so I'm going to advertise like I'm going out of business tomorrow. No, you're going to be in business for the next 2 years. So make a plan that looks like you're going to be in business for 2 years.
Here today, here tomorrow, here for you,
Yeah.
right? By the way, when people walk in our door or call us, having read our book, having listened to our podcast, having been on our website and gotten the scads of free advice we've given for years and years and years, do you think they're going, how cheap can I get you? Like that's just a Frank and Maven story? No, they're like, tell us the plan versus somebody who called us and 3 other marketing agencies that they want to somehow magically fix their Google ads. They're going, "What's your rate?" And,
Yeah.
"What else can I get out of you?" sort
How
of
much
thing.
is it going to cost?
How much is it gonna cost? And do you guarantee I'll get profitable ROI? And it's like, that's the difference in the customer you want. Now, there's time and a place to get a today customer. Certainly, if you are operationally or, strategically better,
Yeah.
but you would much rather have the customer that already believes in you.
Mhm.
And so the strategy is based on commitment. You want to be standing for some sort of long-term thing for them, long-term outcome. We do it this way because, dadgummit, that's the way my grandpa taught me to do it, and I'm not going to, compromise to any of these other crappy transactional ways of doing it.
Yep.
I believe in you. I'm here for you, even if you're not giving me money right now. That's commitment. That's friendship. That's relationships, right?
Yep.
Quality. You've seen it done the other way over here. That makes me mad. I believe you deserve better.
Yep.
You're talking about the quality you provide. And then relationships. We're going to do this with media. We're going to show up and invest in them, again, just like any quality relationship.
Yeah.
This kind of speaks to our media schedule. We're going to be there all the time.
Yeah. Quality time is one of the biggest factors in a quality relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there's social nuance there, but you cannot have a strong relationship that you don't spend time with that individual.
This is also, companies that do this well are investing in community things.
Mm-hmm.
They are giving back to the kids. They are usually the companies that you find have really, really happy team members and employees. These are the companies that stand for something. They are pushing causes and they're doing big things in their industry. So with tomorrow marketing, it's less about the need, pain, hope, or fear. Moving on to the message, the need, pain, hope, or fear that, their tire's flat and they need it today. Yeah. It's more like every time you come to my store, you get not only your tire fixed, but you get a 89-point inspection on your vehicle because I believe in your family being safe.
Yeah.
And if I have 1% chance of making you more safe, I'm going to do that because I'm Ed of Ed's Tire, and that's what I believe, right?
Yep. And it's a layer away from the actual product. So with today marketing, the message ends up being pretty blunt. It's right there next to.
Do you need tires? We have tires. Yeah. Come buy some tires.
Power's out
for 20%.
Fix
off
my power. Plumbing's not working. Fix my toilet. It's pretty clear. When we get to tomorrow marketing, we're stepping back and we're talking long term about why they would need a good plumber that they can trust. And we're going to talk about their hopes of not getting, screwed over by a shyster, by somebody who's going to take advantage of them because they don't know how much plumbing should cost. And we're going to be in their corner, be on their team, and you position yourself that way for years.
I think of one of our best tomorrow campaigns I think we've ever done, and it was videos of grandparents doing sentimental things with their grandkids. And they were baking apple pies, they were on the tractor, they were doing those things, and that was like 25 seconds of the 30-second commercial, and at the end it just said, basically, here when you need us, right?
Mm-hmm.
They deserve the best, and it was for a estate planning company.
Yeah.
And so
they were not selling apple pies.
Yeah, they were not saying, call right now for a free consultation. Now, is it okay to put a little today next step? Of course.
Yes.
You're going to sweep with a really good tomorrow campaign, even without the price, speed, and hassle stuff in there. You're going to sweep people that have been watching you for a while and they go, oh, it's finally time for me to call. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I will get that free consultation, right?
Yeah.
But we're not hitting the needs, pains, hopes, and fears on the nose. We're just saying, man, shouldn't life be this way? Let me show you something that makes you laugh, cry, or get a little mad about something. And here's how we solve that. And when you're ready, here's what you can do about it. That's the softer approach to tomorrow marketing. But we have to have that emotional hook in there. We have to make them laugh, cry, or get angry.
Because we're going to
be memorable.
They don't need us. They have no reason to give us the time of day.
Right.
We've interrupted their day. They don't need what we're selling today because my tire's not flat. Yep. I don't need that. So you have to bond with me. You have to get my attention with entertainment. Give me something exciting, fun, emotional. Give me some reason to listen to you, to hear what you say. And everybody wants to be entertained. Everybody wants to have, wants to enjoy. You and Carter talked about this a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
We want to enjoy even
thing in
the
front of us.
advertising that we have to listen to, right?
Yes.
We feel like we have to, but think about like Super Bowl. Everybody
Yep.
skips, they don't skip the commercials at the Super Bowl either because they're great. What if your ads were like that? That's tomorrow marketing
Yeah.
in its best.
Yep. So that's what we're doing. And then when it comes to the media, because repetition breeds recall, repetition breeds recall, repetition breeds recall. We want to be with the same group of people over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to just randomly throw your emotional tomorrow marketing messages everywhere, or they won't build. The science says at about 7 to 8 exposure points, then we can change our message, or maybe start with a different audience. But until then, you need to be in front of the same people, the same message. So
yeah, this is when we talk about annual planning as you move into this season. This is the place I caution you the most. Really, you shouldn't throw out any babies with the bathwater when you're talking about annual planning, because most things do something. And I would caution you to just pick up, keep your marketing budget in a pot and pick it up and move it around to move that pot around. You want a tree that's going to grow really strong roots. And a lot of times people are just picking up and moving around, especially in your tomorrow medias. You want to dedicate yourself to this audience. They are your audience. Do not give up on them. Now, if it's not performing, if there's something else, there are extreme circumstances where we would say, okay, maybe you would move it along. But most often, I'm going to say that you probably need to look at your message.
Yeah.
And maybe the cost of the audience if it's not super efficient. But if you're truly reaching a large audience, minimal targeting or none at all, you should stay with them for years.
Yes.
And years. And when
we do and you're buying, the principle here is buy the most amount of people you can afford to buy daily.
Mm-hmm.
So for TV, that means buying a program where people come back in every day, such as news or some game show or some regularly reoccurring Monday through Friday program.
Everybody tunes in for that, or the same people tune in for that every day. Yep.
If it's radio, it's buying the same station, at least 40 spots a week, 6A to 7P, before you add another one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No fewer than like 25, but at least 40 before you add another one. You want optimal frequency.
Yep.
If it's Facebook, it's like not changing our audiences all the time. Sometimes we can reach people through Meta, Facebook, Instagram, and it's like we commit to the same audience so they keep seeing us.
Yeah.
Kind of the same thing with YouTube. And there's some nerdy ways you have to think about targeting those people, but the algorithms even know that they're better off showing if you set the campaign to an objective of like what they call reach or awareness, they know to make people aware it takes time. And so if it's a billboard, don't buy the program that puts you on random digital billboards. Buy the same location.
Yep. So I see you every day on my drive to work.
Yeah. The only thing we're changing every month or two, usually with a medium-sized budget, is the message, right?
Yep.
So quick recap on 3 pillars of tomorrow customers. Strategy is be committed to them. Talk about the quality you provide. Build a relationship by showing up, entertaining them, even when they're not buying right now. And the media is like, buy a schedule that allows you to talk to them daily. And really, the most profitable marketing plans have 60 to 70% of their money in that tomorrow marketing campaign.
Yes. You may need to work, stair-step yourself up there. You may not be able to just swing, 60% of your budget in that direction immediately, but start budgeting for that. Plan ahead. If you're working on fourth quarter, start thinking about next year. Maybe you can't start till the summertime if you haven't been investing in tomorrow marketing, or maybe you need to just start with a little bit, get there and commit yourself to it. This is a long-term play. This is, you are becoming a part of their lives.
Yep. So, and by the way, that makes all the other things cheaper.
It really
does.
When
people already know who you are, dude, more of them show up at your door going, yep, been thinking about you for years. So
show me somebody who's complaining about their Google ads, and I will show you somebody who's probably not investing in tomorrow media.
Yep. They're not well-known, liked, or trusted.
No.
Google ads take care of themselves when you have that.
Yep.
Okay, last customer yesterday. This is easy. You've got a group of people who've already given you their money, their trust, their time. and you just want to love on them. And
Yep.
you're going, yeah, but I sold them a roof and they don't need that for 30 more years. Keep doing it.
They know somebody.
They know somebody, and they are already statistically likely to refer you close to the sale. Like if they did business with you in the last year or two, it's like, somebody asks them, they'll probably be like, yeah,
I got a
these
guy.
guys.
Yeah.
But 2 years disappears like that in the scheme of marketing,
Mhm.
and it diminishes, and that bond and that feel good that they had with you diminishes. So you can keep that alive. You do not have to let that die just by sending them an email every month.
Mhm.
And you're going, yeah, but it's roofing. How do I talk about roofing? Well, maybe once in a while you talk about cleaning out your gutters and all the obvious things with roofing.
Yeah, you're not trying to sell them a roof with your yesterday marketing.
Right. What you are doing is either, again, making them laugh, cry, or get angry. You can send them a recipe. You can send them 5 things to do with the family this month. You could send them. There's a certain amount of like celebrating your own people. Hey, wish Caleb a happy 10-year anniversary at Frank and Maven. It could be, hey, we're supporting this cause. Would you help us?
Mm-hmm.
It could be very lighthearted. The magic is that they see you to some sort of frequency after the sale.
Yep.
I think doing customer events is another really good way to do this.
Yeah.
Throw the barbecue for all your past customers. Going to a barbecue next weekend for that type of a company.
Sweet.
You could.
I'll be there.
Hey, see you there.
Okay.
You could do giveaways and drawings and fun Christmas things. Also, social media is a good use of this.
Yes, it is. Yeah, if you get any amount of followers on your social media, I'm going to assume they're probably your past customers or people you have connection with. So social media is a strong. Now, we've talked about the cons of your business page not performing well in those, but the strategy here specifically is added value, support, and tribal bond.
Yes.
And so those 3 things are the things we're trying to add. And that does not need to be on the nose. I'm a roofer. I'm selling you, hey, think about us next time you need a roof or your buddy needs a roof, or every once in a while it could be that. But that
added
is
value. It could be information, but it could be something like, hey, we bought 20 tickets to the Cardinals this weekend. First come, first serve. And it's like, wow, I didn't have to pay anything for that. And you invited me to the local game.
That sounds great.
Or, hey, you're a past customer. Come to our booth at this XYZ event and get a free hat.
Yeah.
It could be anything. It could be
that's a little bit of tribal thing too.
Yeah.
Gear, swag, all of that.
Yeah.
If you make it cool enough, that is how you build a tribe. There's a lot of tribal things that you can do just by giving people cool things that they'll be proud to own, proud to have.
These are tribal bond, right?
That's right.
We bought these obnoxiously heavy-duty, really cool mugs, and we give them to everybody we come in contact with.
They're like half an inch thick on the walls inside.
You could murder somebody with this.
It's heavy.
Not liable.
Not
to be used as a weapon. But cool stuff. Like make them wear your badge like it's a cool thing. Like I have the barber that I go to. I love their logo. I think it's the coolest thing, what they stand for and all this stuff. So you want that, and it's don't overcomplicate it.
Yeah,
like be funny, be relevant. For the record, if you do have a product that brings people joy, like a luxury type product, I'm talking to my jewelers, I'm talking to my enthusiast brands or experiences. For heaven's sake, talk about the thing. Because you send me any email that has anything to do with aviation, I'm reading the thing full stop. You send me anything that has to do with...
So I get Brandon to open my emails.
That's right.
Helicopters.
Did you see this helicopter? You should, though.
That's a good idea.
That's a good way to get my attention.
Yeah.
You want some free copywriting? Just send me an email about a helicopter, right? But you know your tribe there. Again, if you're a commodity or a service, maybe not. If you're an enthusiast, luxury product or experience, 100% bring people back to the joy. Our boat dealers, even our car dealers, like people have joy with those things, right?
Yeah.
So, anything to add to that?
No, I think, don't be afraid to have fun with it. And then once again, when we move to this message section, you first are getting to know this customer. And I think hopefully if you're an empathetic person, if you think creatively a little bit about who this person is, you can think of something you have that could add value to their life outside of the service or product you sell.
Yeah. Maybe even it's that you're, a dad. And you give dad advice.
Yeah.
What about if you're a pathetic person, though? Empathetic.
Empathetic.
I'm just pathetic. Yeah.
Or apathetic. Then you just be lazy.
Then you start a marketing podcast.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
I don't think so.
Hey, last thing with just to go through the principle, just to say it out loud. Needs, pains, hopes, fears are still applicable to the yesterday customer. They have to do with either enthusiast or lifestyle type things. And you're asking on the media side, where can I or where will I communicate with my past customers often?
Yeah.
And my recommendation, pick the one that is the easiest for you to do.
Yeah.
All of them are cheap. Throwing an event, if that's your thing, do it. If you can commit to some sort of fun email tip lifestyle thing a month or a couple times a month, do that in email.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just really good at social media, make sure they're all following you and make sure you're kind of boosting that to where they all see it, but do the social media shtick. But
yeah. And this is the audience, especially when we talk about email or texting, this is the audience that cannot be taken away from you.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing. All of these other medias, these other two customers, the medias you invest in could go away like just right away.
Yeah.
They could just disappear. And this audience is yours.
We talked to a guy today who has like 1,500 past customers, and these people all spend, if he would just ask them, they would spend several $100s a year with him.
Yeah.
And he's just waiting for him to call back. He actually bought the business, but I'm like, dude, that's money. There's probably $200,000 or $300,000 in sales just by making sure those people are coming back to you. I also think of a medical eyewear company we worked with. They also had tons of past customers, and the industry average is like that. The average person gets new glasses or frames, whatever, every 18 to 20 months or something. We're like, what if that could happen every 12 to 14 months? And we did the math on that, and it was millions of dollars. And it's like, sometimes you just need to remind them it's time to get your oil change, or it's time to have your HVAC service. And if you do that and scrape that faster than it would have normally happened, you are making money that didn't exist because you can't get time back.
Yep.
And so just increasing that frequency of return customer is a big, big function of past customers. So, hey, check out the Maven Marketer. And if you want us to help you build your marketing plan and go through these pillars, we would love to do that in the Maven Marketing Mastermind. We're having a ton of fun.
Yeah.
We do that every other Wednesday. And all you need to do to join that is go to mavenmethodtraining.com. Get yourself signed up. You get the email. You can send questions. You can say, here's my business. Here's my budget. How would you allocate it? That would just be a ton of fun.
It is. It already is a ton of fun.
It is a ton of fun.
It would be more fun if you were in there.
It would be way more fun.
That's right.
No offense to anybody
anybody
else.
who's already in there?
Yeah. It'd be more fun for them, though, too. I can speak for the tribe.
Oh, yeah.
Speak of that, you see our little tribal bond.
Okay.
See what we did there? So, MavenMethodTraining.com. We'd love to have you in the mastermind. Get yourself a copy of the Maven Marketer. If you'll agree with me that summer, the first person to agree that summer is like still here for the foreseeable future, I might just send you one. I might wrap it in like, I don't know.
Fall leaves?
No. I was thinking, I don't know, sunscreen or sunglasses. I don't know what I was thinking, but
I don't know.
Hey, big thanks to Nate, the camera guy, our show producer. We don't give enough love to Nate, but he's the one who cuts out the stupid flubs like you just didn't see. Okay.
Yeah.
And
he's probably got a lot of blackmail on us as far as just us looking dumb.
Tell Nate how
he makes us look really good. So everybody say Nate rocks.
Allegedly.
Huh?
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Send Nate your things at mavenmonday@frankandmaven.com.
Yes.
And we'll be back here every Monday answering your real life marketing questions, because marketers who can't teach you why
are just a fancy lie.
Have a great day.